Hi there, my name is Dial Fridge, and this is my review for Mass Effect 3's multiplayer. The multiplayer mode is your traditional Horde-style co-op gameplay for up to 4 players. You can play as any of the 6 classes from the single player: Soldier, Adept, Engineer, Vanguard, Infiltrator, and Sentinel, but the difference between the multiplayer classes and the single player classes is in multiplayer you only get 3 skills to use. This is so you have 3 powers bound to the left and right bumpers and the Y button, or L1, R1 and triangle of course, and there's no power wheel. Which 3 powers you can have for your class is defined by your race. Every class can be either male or female human, but other races are more limited. For example, Asari can be Adepts or Vanguards due to their affinity for biotic powers, but they're unable to be engineers. Quarians on the other hand can be engineers and infiltrators, but are unable to use biotic powers. You can also play as Turians, Trojans, Solarians and Drell depending on your class. The powers aren't the only things that are limited compared to single player. You can only carry 2 different weapons, which again means you can switch mid-combat without either pausing the game for everyone or standing motionless while you select a new weapon. The weapons do use the same weight system as the single player, so you can again tailor your character to your own playstyle. Personally, I prefer to take as little weight as possible into each match so I can use my powers to support and deal damage, but if you're more the shooting kind, you're perfectly able to do this. You start out the multiplayer with both male and female humans for each class, and 1 starter weapon for each type. As you play matches you gain credits for completing objectives in certain rounds, which can then be used to buy equipment packs. These packs contain a random assortment of items which can include one-time use power-ups, new weapons and new characters. The more expensive packs are more likely to contain weapons and characters, but obviously take more playing to save up and buy. These equipment packs can also be bought with Microsoft points on Xbox Live, and I assume with real money on the SEN. The multiplayer can be enjoyed standalone, but it does also tie into the single player of Mass Effect 3. Playing matches increases your galactic readiness, which will allow you to increase the percentage of war assets you take into the final battle. You can also promote your multiplayer character into single player as a war asset once you reach level 20. This also increases your multiplayer N7 rank by 20, and resets your character's skills, essentially allowing a respec. Currently there are 6 maps available to play, which are seen in the single player campaign as the N7 missions. In multiplayer there are 11 rounds, making them longer than the N7 missions in the campaign. Most of the rounds are simply without survival, however rounds 3, 6 and 10 will have a random objective. These objectives are usually along the lines of hold an area, capture 4 areas, or kill specific enemies and so on. Each objective you complete will earn you credits, so you only gain them on these rounds and the final round. For the final round you have to survive for 2 minutes before getting to the extraction point to win the match, earning a large amount of XP and credits. It is very likely that any DLC for Mass Effect 3 will either contain multiplayer content, or possibly that some piece of DLC will exclusively be multiplayer content. The current rumours are that the likes of the Geth and Libertarians will be added as playable races, however I would expect new maps as well. One of the big bonuses about the multiplayer is it gives a very good way to try out different classes. Rather than having to play through a significant portion of the game to see what a new class is like, you can just play a few rounds of multiplayer and see what you think. For example, I'd never played as a Vanguard before the demo was released, and now I'm thinking of starting over from the first Mass Effect to play through the trilogy as one. The multiplayer of Mass Effect 3 is surprisingly good. I doubt I was alone in dreading this aspect of the game, as it sounded like it would be tacked on, but I was completely wrong. If you don't like Horde type game modes or are tired of them, you probably won't enjoy this, however I would strongly recommend giving it a chance with a couple of friends as it can be very enjoyable. On the other hand, you can't beat Hannah, so I think I hate it.